This is for the little child without a father, for that man that doesn't have a place to stay, for that little boy living with hate. This is my story. There's a man standing on the corner. He has no home, he has no food, and his blue skies are gone. Can you hear him cry? Oh Lord, there's a girl searching for a father and a friend, praying that the storm will someday end. But instead of walking away, open up your heart and say, I am here. You don't have to worry, I can see your tears. I'll be there in a hurry when you call. Friends are there to catch you when you fall. Ease my shoulder, you can lean on me. Well, there's a child who is sick and begging to be free, but there is no cure for his disease. He looked up to his mother as she holds his hand, praying that someday the sun will shine again and the pain will end. I am here. You don't have to worry, I can see your tears. I'll be there in a hurry when you call. Friends are there to catch you when you fall. Here's my shoulder, you can lean on me. Tell me how can I love Jesus when I never seen his face? Yet if I see you dying, I wouldn't turn and walk away. So hold my hand.
Welcome to all my listeners and viewers. Welcome to Rebel Radio. Yes, today is Wednesday. And you know, as usual, we have for you important information that we want to share with you this afternoon. So many things happening in the world. We are going to start this evening discussion by looking at some human rights issues in the country. And I have with me well-known public commentator and journalist Lloyd Dagelar. and Carla Golata from Stand Up Jamaica for us to look at some human rights. It's a good afternoon, Lloyd and Carla. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you, Desmond.
Yes. Lloyd, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Desmond. Good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to Carla as well.
Yes. One of the issues on the agenda, as you know, is this exchange of deportees that the U.S. want to send some deportees. Well, they have already signed an agreement with the Jamaican government to send some deportees to Jamaica. The Minister of Security has told us that these deportees are not convicted persons. We have no evidence to prove that. And so far we are still awaiting information. Let me start with Carla. Carla, what do you make of this issue so far?
Well, I wrote a press release and I sent it out for various reasons. First of all, you cannot make a deal for Jamaica without Jamaicans. Nobody has been somehow in consultation to figure out what people think in Jamaica. And that is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Secondly, how we in Jamaica accept a dictatorship from the United States, which is imposing to Jamaica what to do. That is another thing which was very shocking to me, because officially we are a democratic country, we are independent, etc. While in this moment it is more than one time that we somehow agree, also if we disagree with whatever the United States want for us to do. I want to remember everybody the story of the Cuban doctors, right? Mm-hmm. It was very similar. They came and Mr. Rubio came and he said, you human trafficking and bra, bri, bru, and was forcing Jamaica to send back home 460 Cuban doctors, which were the most outstanding doctors in Jamaica, which were here since a long time, which had a regular contract, so there was no human trafficking at all. The problem is that Trump and his administration are willing to squeeze Cuba like a lime. And we said yes, and send them back. And the result was, on one side, damaging Cuba, but on the other side, damaging Jamaica, because we lost a quality service, which was well needed. And we had a crisis in various areas where clinics shut down, eye clinics do not operate anymore, etc., etc. Now it is basically the same event, very similar event, an agreement where Jamaica has to accept XYZ people. We don't know where they're coming from, we don't know it's how many, we don't know exactly how they will be supported, because if you deport people to Jamaica, who's going to pay for them? The United States? I am not sure. So I think that is pretty unfortunate. And also, I wanted to remember another episode. A few days ago, we had arrived into Jamaica a little boat with 26 Asians. They were sent back within 3 days, infringing all the international treaties that Jamaica has been signing. No access to health, no access to an attorney, no possibility for them to be seeking for asylum. And they were not delinquents, they were desperate. Everybody knows what's happening in Haiti. So it is, as a general picture, it shows that there are two different ways to deal with deportees, with migrants, because on one side there is somebody which can tell you you have to do it. On the other side, when we could welcome those which are in desperate need of assistance, there were even 3 children in that boat. They are sent back home totally merciless. It is something that is totally unacceptable. Totally.
Yes. Lloydie, the Minister of Justice, Mr. Chuck, has indicated recently that there are no human rights issues in Jamaica. And in other words, we don't have any human rights issues to deal with. What do you agree with that?
Well, that is nonsense about we don't have any human rights issues in Jamaica. We have very serious human rights issues in Jamaica, and police extrajudicial killings is the #1 human rights issue in Jamaica right now. Let me say that I do not support, and we should not support, the sending of immigrants to Jamaica. Whether they committed crimes or not, the United States is a powerful, rich country, and they have the power and the wealth to deal with those people that they want to deport. They have the rule of law in the United States, and you have the court system. If necessary, you take these people before the courts and make the courts decide whether they should remain in the United States or not. What the United States is doing, because we know, first of all, that there is ICE, which is the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, that has been going around the United States and just arbitrarily detaining, locking up people who they say are not American citizens, and they are now deporting them, etc. So Jamaica should not be supporting that. But whether they have committed crimes or not, the United States should not be doing what it is doing. And just let me just say one other point, which is that Jamaica has been doing the same thing to Haitian refugees who come to Jamaica. In other words, there's a civil war going on in Haiti. Jamaican soldiers are there in Haiti participating in that civil war. And so therefore, there are people who don't want to get killed, and they are running away from that civil war. And then they come to Jamaica. And when they come to Jamaica, guess what? Rather than respect their legal rights and their rights according to international law, the government is deporting them back to Haiti. How can you be doing that? That's a violation of international law, and Jamaican soldiers are there in Haiti unconstitutionally, because our constitution does not allow our army to be going to any country to fight in any war. And Haiti is not fighting Jamaica. It's just like what Edward Siaga did in the 1980s when he sent Jamaican soldiers to Grenada, based on what the then president of America was doing, which was condemned by the United Nations as well as illegal, unconstitutional in terms of what they did to overthrow the then government of Grenada. So we have to oppose those kind of things. And then it comes back to human rights. The present Minister of National Security has told the police, don't wear no body cameras, and he has told them that when you shoot somebody, don't call no ambulance. So as far as I'm concerned, this minister should be, he should not be the Minister of National Security, because he cannot protect our human rights. He himself, the spotlight should be on him. He cannot be the minister, or should not be the Minister of National Security. And this is a big, big problem in Jamaica. So police are not wearing body cameras. And the minister and several other ministers have gone around the place, including the Prime Minister, boasting that Jamaica has reduced the murder rate because of the police. So they are thanking the police for doing that. How did the police reduce the murder rate? By going around and killing a lot of people, because implicitly that is what they're saying. They're saying that the murder rate has gone down because the police have gone around killing people, rather than saying that the murder rate has gone down because we are improving the economic lives of people, we are creating more jobs, we are giving more education, we are, giving, doing what we can to solve the problems of poverty, etc. That is not what they're saying that is causing a reduction in the murder rate. It is the police that have gone around and killing more people. So we have a serious human rights issue in Jamaica, and we also have a serious corruption issue in Jamaica as well. Two of them are interrelated, because as we know, the Integrity Commission has just called for the prosecution from a cabinet minister, and the government is protecting him as much as they can. And we have to stand up against corruption as well, because they're all interrelated. And one of the things that we have been calling for is a People's Commission of Inquiry into state corruption. We cannot, the Integrity Commission either has the power, should have the power to have a commission of inquiry, because when the Integrity Commission says that this person or that minister should be charged for corruption, for illicit enrichment, this could take years before the courts, before it is resolved. And we have the situation now with Ruel Reid. He has been before the courts for 7 years. And the judge recently said, listen, man, this thing has been going on for too long. We're going to have to set a time frame for this thing to be resolved, and this thing can go on and on. So therefore, if we're going to deal with corruption, then we have to also be able to call up a commission of inquiry, a public commission of inquiry, so that we can publicly question these politicians about their wealth, about their illicit enrichment. We have to be able to ask them questions, because when it's private, the Integrity Commission gives it to the Parliament, and the Speaker of the House says she has to read it first before, and then it is read first, etc., etc. And then the politicians, they have the right to go before the court, and they have the legal right to avoid it being public. So this thing has to be public, because let me just say one more point, is that Transparency International has said that about $750 million are siphoned off each year by politicians and state officials. $750 million. And you know what? That's a lot of money. And that money could be used for education, it could be used for health. And we know we have deficiencies where healthcare is concerned, where education is concerned. And as Carla was just saying, they have sent back the Cuban doctors and Cuban nurses because United States told them to do so. Now they are talking about bringing back Cuban nurses because the health system is in a crisis right now. And so we, the people, have to stand up. We have to speak up. And let me just say one more thing, that we are sending soldiers to Haiti to fight in that civil war. But you know what has caused the civil war in Haiti? It's corruption, because Haiti has been one of the most corrupt countries in the world, and the people are living in extreme poverty over there. And it's similar to several countries in Africa where the people go out on the road and they protest, and they said we cannot deal with the poverty and corruption and state violence, etc., etc. So we, the Jamaican people, we have to speak out more. And we must remember one thing, that in the last general election, it's only about 30% of the people who voted. So the people, there is a basis for us, the human rights activists, to begin to reach out to the people, to educate the people, and to begin to tell them to stand up for their rights, because the people are not politically trapped as we think they are by these two political parties.
Let me hear Carla on that.
It's just that that's one point. There is no alternative movement. There's no alternative movement. That's the problem.
Let me hear Carla on that. Carla, what you have the final say, Carla?
Well, the final say is that I heard a lot of things from Lloyd, and I think that he raised an amount of serious points. But I also think that sometimes we have to decide what we want to prioritize. In this moment, for my humble opinion, one of the things that we have to prioritize is the interference of the United States all over the world, not only in Jamaica. The full CARICOM has burned by request by the United States, with the threat that if the people don't comply, visa will disappear. I think that is a way to deal with other countries as a dictator, not as a democratic country at all. Secondly, I think that the second item which has been raised, it is corruption. I am in total agreement that we have to set some form of control, because we hear basically every 3 weeks that NHT money has been used in an appropriate way, that most of the funds that were flooding Jamaica after the hurricane have not been properly spent. There must be a way for Jamaicans to be recognized as those which should know what's going on, while it is exactly the opposite. The attempt is make sure that Jamaicans don't know what happened to them, to their money. I remember everybody that we pay tax, right? Okay. So what the hell do they do?
Yes, I want to thank both of you for spending time and highlighting those issues affecting Jamaicans today. We have to leave it there now, but these are issues that we will have to continue with. So expect us to continue talking about it. Thank you, Lloyd Dagera. Thank you, Carla Golata. Good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Desmond, and thank you to all the people listening to the program.
Okay. All right. This is Rebel Radio. Let us go for a break.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is putting up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware. It's game time! Score big with Home and Things. Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win. Big goals, bigger savings. Only at Home and Things, where everybody is a winner. Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Iron Shore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68.5 Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory!
Lord, I lift your name on high. Oh, what a friend, yeah. Our blessed Savior. All our sins and grief to bear. Oh, what a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. And with trials and temptation, is there trouble everywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, yeah, a wonderful friend. A friend in need. Yeah. Jesus, our blessed Savior. Oh, yeah. Oh, now, yeah. Take it to the Lord in prayer. The burden we bear. Happy to know that Jesus can. Can we find a friend so faithful? Who will all those sorrows share? Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, we weak and heavy laden, cumbered with a load of care. Precious Savior, still have a refuge. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful? Who will all our sorrow share? Jesus knows our every weakness.
I've looked high and I've looked low. There's no one to compare to you.
Climbed to the
highest mountain. Looked all around, couldn't find nobody. Yeah. Went down into the deepest valley. Looked all around, couldn't find nobody. I went across the deep blue sea. Couldn't find one to compare to your grace, your love, your mercy. Nobody greater than you. Mercy, searched all over. I looked high and low, still couldn't find nobody. Nobody greater, nobody greater, nobody greater than you. Lord of mercy, searched all over, couldn't find nobody. I looked high and low, still couldn't find nobody. Nobody greater, nobody greater, nobody greater than you. Nobody greater, nobody greater, nobody greater than you. Yeah. I searched all over, couldn't find nobody. Looked high and low, still couldn't find nobody. Yeah. Nobody greater, nobody greater, nobody greater than you. Lord of mercy, nobody greater, nobody greater, nobody greater than you. Climbed to the highest mountain, looked all around, couldn't find nobody. Yeah. Went down into the deepest valley, looked all around, couldn't find nobody. I went across the deep blue sea, couldn't find one to compare to your grace, your love, your mercy. Nobody greater than you. Lord of mercy, searched all over, couldn't find nobody. I looked high and low, still couldn't find nobody. Nobody greater, nobody greater, nobody greater than you. Lord of mercy, searched all over, couldn't find nobody. I looked high and low. Unseen angels watching over me. Over precious memories, unseen angels sent from somewhere to my soul. How they linger, ever near me, and the sacred pass unfold. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever floods my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold. As I travel on life pathway, I know not what my heels may hold. And as I ponder, hope grows fonder. Precious memories floods my soul. So pray. precious memories, how they linger, how they ever floods my soul in the stillness of the midnight. Precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious memories, unseen angels sent from somewhere to my soul. How they linger, ever near me, and the sacred pass unfold. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever floods my soul in the stillness of the midnight. Precious sacred scenes unfold. So precious memories, how they linger, how they ever floods my soul in the stillness of the midnight. Precious sacred scenes unfold.
Now hear this.
You may not feel away. Stood and hold rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the Jewish.
Yes, welcome back to Rebel Radio. Yes, and I'm just trying to link up, get an update from what is happening in St. Elizabeth. I have David Satchel with me. Hi, David. Good afternoon.
Hi, Desmond. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to your listeners.
Yes. I saw where the business, the commerce, Chamber of Commerce in Black River and also the Black River Homecoming Foundation are raising issues that we have spoken about what is happening to resurrect the business in St. Elizabeth. And
yes,
it is clear that the business community not satisfied with what is happening so far.
Indeed, that's the case, Desmond. As a matter of fact, I have spoken with representative last week, Thursday.
Yes.
And they really wanted to ventilate their sort of frustration with what is happening. They are not satisfied, and you mentioned the St. Elizabeth Homecoming Foundation. And the St. Elizabeth Homecoming Foundation, represented by some very notable persons, not persons who are just trying to make an argument for the sake of argument case. And they have indicated some issues of dissatisfaction, not just with the pace of development or redevelopment or the inability of the government to indicate what is it that they plan to do. There are no communication with stakeholders. Nobody's talking to the residents. Nobody's talking to the business community in an effective manner. Yet they seem to be hatching some plan to do something. Noteworthy that the homecoming will have indicated that they are of the view that the UDC is well positioned and well placed to effect whatever repair or reconstruction are planned. And, I was very heartened that they came out and speak, because this month so many things are going in the wrong direction in terms of how the government is proceeding. And many persons are timid to speak out, because when you speak out, you are labeled. But if there are things that are not being done in a manner that is to the interest of the community, the residents, the broader area, then somebody has to speak. And there were many voices that were saying that the attempt to create another body to undertake these things are unnecessary. The expertise, for instance, you have to draw from the same UDC and other persons with the expertise. Persons who are coming on board obviously doesn't have the requisite qualification to undertake it, and they would have to understudy other persons, and they would have to bring in other persons, technical persons. So these are the issues that I'm very happy to see that the St. Elizabeth Homecoming Foundation and the business district in Black River have heard and voiced their concern.
David, do you get the? I have not been to Black River since hurricane, but based on what I have seen, I convinced myself that there is a need to reconstruct the town, and in doing so, they will have to move. Most of the business will have to move further away from the seashore. Now, do you get the impression that the business people in Black River are conscious of this?
Well, Desmond, you're making a point that is debatable. Nobody's not questioning the fact that there are greater risk if you are within the immediate sea coast. But the fact of the matter is, there are technology, there are development skills now that can create safe areas where they aren't. And if you are going to relocate persons, yet you are going to be in the future developing the area for a touristic thing, how are you going to do that? You have the same place. What are the measures that you're going to be undertaking? So why can't you undertake these measures with the person existing there? But so there's a whole heap of questions being asked, and one of the reasons why there's so much disquiet is because the government is not forthright. Nobody is saying exactly what the approach can be. So we're not going to argue about the fact that the nearer you are in the sea coast, the risk is greater. The risk has always been great. People have been living there for 100 odd years. And I made the point again that they are rehabilitating the hospital. And the hospital sits right at the seaside, and there's a hell of a construction being done over the hospital. The same hospital that they was talk about moving. But they are building back better than before. Resilience. So why can't the whole concept be adopted along the seashore? So the conversation, there is a need for the conversation, Desmond, and everybody to understand. I spoke to somebody today in the know, and they're insisting that the government are hell bent on getting the person moved, and there'll be other development taking place. So it's a sort of why it's moving so slowly is because there's a level to frustrate persons, or there's not an inclination to have them there, but they have plans for down the road. So there are so much issues that are confronting the persons, and people don't realize. I don't understand why is it that they should give up their assets to other persons who are going to benefit down the road, and they are not being incorporated, they're not involved in them, because they are saying that we'll buy into this new development. So here we have the land. So what is it that we are going to do? How can we be a partner in it? Yeah, or our assets are going to be realized. Yeah, and that is, I think, are some salient points. And until somebody comes out and speak truthfully and forthright to the persons, you're going to have all these questions swirling around and these arguments. Yeah. And some persons are deciding that they're going to be building back. Few are not, some are not, and some are just in a pickle. And the business community is one of those agencies that have a disquiet. They're not sure what to do, but they want something to be done because 8 months. How long will it take?
But I don't think there can be any rebuilding without the input and the participation of the existing property owners.
Well, yes, man, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be. But the fact they are the stakeholders and they are not being involved in any sort of concrete discussion. What is going to happen really? The government has a way that they can enforce things because of in the interest of the country and development and things like that. Compulsory acquisition and things. Yeah. Of course, there are legal minds that are saying that there are ways in which to confront that. But nobody really wants confrontation. You want the best and orderly development and plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just hope that things are, ironed out in the best interest of the people of Black River. And whatever is to be done, let's hope that it is done in an orderly way, that you can have a peaceful reconstruction, and the people there in Black River who have had their businesses in Black River will be satisfied that, and they will not be left out. Let us hope that is. Well, I don't see how they can leave them out. I don't. Yeah.
I have said sometime before in a discussion that there's a low trust in terms of governance in the country. And because so many things have happened that people are floating. So you have to understand why. Because you are not dialoguing with persons, and there are persons within the government that are your names are being bandied about, that they are seeking to have lands in the area to develop. It makes you wonder what is happening. And when you are in the reality that they are Desmond, and these suggestions and arguments are going around, and some of them may be baseless, but some of them must be coming from somewhere.
Okay. Well, David, let us hope that things are dealt with, as I said, appropriately. And let us keep our eyes on what is happening. Thank you very much. David, thanks. I have lost him there. But we were just trying to catch up on what is happening in St. Elizabeth. Let us go for a break. This is Rebel Radio.
Everybody sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware and supplies is holding up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, hardware and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware. It's game time! Score big with Home and Things. Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win. Big goals, bigger savings. Only at Home and Things, where everybody is a winner. Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Ironshore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68.5 Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory!
From a heat, what faith is strong in me. Touch my heart, it guides my voice and cry. On the budget, through the grace of God alone, I cast aside these fears I've known, and it's myself from the depth of deep despair. Oh, yeah. Lead me through the darkness and through each gloomy day. Take my hand, oh precious Lord, and help me on my way. Give me strength that I might find
back home from you. Oh, right now. Lead me, Heavenly Father, to the promised land I stay. Guide my step, oh Lord. Please take my hand. Oh, right now, yeah. Where do we go from here? What faith is growing me? Yeah. Please show us the sign. We know you'll be there all time. So give us strength that we might find abiding faith and peace of mind. So we hold tight. Where do we go from you? Yeah. Lead me through the darkness and through each gloomy day. Take my hand, oh precious Lord, and help me on my way. Give me strength that I might find abiding faith and peace of mind. So I won't ever ask you, where do I go from? Oh, right now, lead me through the darkness and through each day. Take my hand, oh precious Lord, and help me on my way. So give me strength that I might find abiding faith and peace of mind. So I won't ask, where do I go from? Oh, right now, we are. You're worthy to be praised. lift up our hands and bow in your presence. We glorify your name, 'cause you're worthy to be praised. You are God, so holy and righteous. You are God. You are God. You are God, holy and righteous.
Yes, welcome back to Rebel Radio. Yes, welcome. And you know that a lot of people might not know this, but the ganja farmers are foundation farmers in Jamaica. Lots of people today who have gone to university, and they put it this way, the ganja farmers have been the backbone of farming in Jamaica. Recently I see where the ganja farmers in Westmoreland were assembled and are now moving in a way to legitimize the operation. I have with me Mr. Delroy Johnson, president of the ganja farmers in Westmoreland. Delroy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing?
Well, I am supposed to be doing okay. What is happening? Yes, I am supposed to be doing okay. Yeah. What is happening in Westmoreland?
Yeah.
What is happening with the ganja farming community in Westmoreland?
Well, since the last time I spoke to you, we have witnessed a lot of police raid up to yesterday. Yeah, this was happening. Even though we had a very successful signing up of the farmers with the CLA a few weeks ago. We are awaiting some explanation of the new regulation, but that's what's happening, right?
You said that police have intensified their raids. You said
yeah. Yeah, I would say that.
So it means that the farmers there, they are under pressure then in Westmoreland.
Yeah, man, under big pressure. Big pressure. And nothing much as I wouldn't say what has been happening continue. There's no change in terms of the pressure on the farmers.
Yes. But the recent meeting of the day, what came out of that meeting?
Yes, what I'm saying, what came out was farmers was enthusiastic and they came out in big numbers and signed up and registered with the CLA. Mm-hmm. But they are asking me for details. I don't have any details for them yet. I'm still hoping for a meeting because I'm told that the CLA will be explaining. You hearing me?
I'm hearing you, man. I'm hearing you.
I'm told that the CLA will be doing explaining to farmers across the country. I don't know how true that is. Yeah. And I haven't been able to put my hand on one of them, on any document as it relates to the regulation. I hopefully I can get one from one of my other member director here today after we ending this meeting that we're having right now. I did tell you half an hour, but it's not done yet. So that's why I obliged to answer.
Yes. No.
It's just starting back right now.
Have you been in contact with your colleagues across the island?
Well, I've not since we spoke, but I have some of them contact already, and I'll be WhatsApping you what I can do.
Okay. So you are saying that you're in a meeting now?
Yes, it is about to restart.
Okay. Well,
you can hear the microphone.
Yes. Well, I have to let you go, but keep me abreast of what is happening in Westmoreland.
Yes, man. I'll show you. I'll show you. Sorry, we can't talk more for right now. But
okay.
Yeah, man. I'll keep you abreast. Can't have a longer talk.
All right, Delroy. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
That was Delroy Johnson, the president of the ganja farmers in Westmoreland. And as you heard him telling us that they are witnessing or they are having increase. They have seen an increase in the raids by the farmers, by the police over there in Westmoreland. They have seen increased raids. So, and that meeting there last month was a meeting to get the farmers over there to legitimize their operations. Yes. And I saw a report where Clarendon ganja growers urged to tap into new licensing arrangements. Yes. So the ganja growers over there in Clarendon, yes, are being asked to prepare themselves, yes, to legitimize their operations. Right. So we just hope that the farmers around the country will organize themselves. They should realize by now that they must organize themselves to take advantage of the licensing regulations. This is the way how they can stop the raids. Yes, once they legitimize their operations, then they are able to stop the police from raiding their farms. Yes. And as I indicated not too long ago, that you will know, or you should know, that the ganja farmers have paid the price. Yes. A number of them have been beaten up, yes, sent to jail, right? And it is now up to them, as I said earlier on, to legitimize their operations so that they can, stop going to jail. That is something that we would like to see them stop happening to them. But right now, if they don't do that, they are going to be going to jail, still, go to jail for their operations, and this is something that they should look about. There's another issue out in St. Thomas there, where residents who sought refuge 10 years ago at the Golden Grove Housing Development, yes, to shelter from Hurricane Matthew. They are still there, and now they are asking the authorities to legitimize their stay. Yes, that is what they're asking for. I don't know what the government is going to do about that, but as it stands right now, quite a number of those persons who sought refuge at the Golden Grove Housing Development, they are still there. And they want the government to legitimize their stay. Right, so I don't know if I can't say what is going to happen, but it is now left up to the government to make a move, or they make a decision as to what is going to be done. 10 years is a long time. Yes. I am wondering what was done after the people took up refuge over at the Golden Grove Housing Development. Yes, to shelter from Hurricane Matthew. What was done to, I don't understand how they allow, nothing was done to remove them. Right. And they have been there for 10 years. 10 years. And nothing has been done to move them. All right, I tell you what, let us go for a break. This is Rebel Radio.
I'm living for Jesus. Living for Jesus, yeah. Oh, I wanna be remembered as a man who sings songs for Jesus Christ, who was willing to lay down his life, do his will no matter what the price. Well, I'm singing for the deaf man who can hear about salvation through my song. And I'm singing for the blind man who can see the light in me and come along. Jesus? Can you find another man to sing your song? Well, I know I'm not the only one that could sing this melody. But he has chosen me to bless me and to lead me into what is best for me. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumble, mine be strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. That you see the light in me and come along. La 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 la. Oh, I wanna be remembered as a man who sings songs for Jesus Christ, who was willing to lay down his life, do his will no matter what the price. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. That when other houses crumble, might be strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters, yeah. That you see the light in me and come along. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumble, might be strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters, yeah. That you see the light in me and come along. That you see the light in George and come along. That you see the light in me and come along. That you see the light in me and come along. That you see the bright shining light and come along. That you see the light in me and come along. Come along. That you see the light in me. I'm living for Jesus. Living for Jesus. Living for Jesus. Yeah. Oh, I wanna be remembered as a man who sings songs for Jesus Christ, who was willing to lay down his life, do his will no matter what the price. Well, I'm singing for the deaf man who can hear about salvation through my song. And I'm singing for the blind man who can see the light in me and come along. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumble, mine be strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. That you see the light in me and come along. La 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 la. There are times when I am tempted to turn off the rocket road I traveled on. There are times when I say, Jesus, can you find another man to sing your song? Well, I know I'm not the only one that could sing this melody. But he has chosen me to bless me and to lead me into what is best for me. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. And when other houses crumble, mine be strong. Live for Jesus, that's what matters. That you see the light in me and come along. La 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 la
the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, hardware and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware. It's game time! Score big with Home & Things. Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win. Big goals, bigger savings. Only at Home & Things, where everybody is a winner. Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Iron Shore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68 and a half Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory! He's always there for me. Yeah, yeah. So no matter what the circumstances may be, no, God is always there for me. Yeah, through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. So I met this old man. He was so poor, didn't hold no bed, so we slept on the floor. He's always smiling, never heard him complain. He said I've proven God again and again. So no matter what the circumstances may be, God is always there for me, yeah. Through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. No matter what the circumstances may be, yeah. God is always there for me, yeah. Through the good times or through the bad, through the happy times or through the sad, God is always there for me. The landlord wears the rent, school fee due, partner drop bonds, and the youth them need you. Friends all ask me what I'm gonna do. I smile and tell them that God will see me through. So no matter what the circumstances may be, yeah, God is always there for me, yeah. Through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. So no matter what the circumstances may be, God is always there for me, yeah. Through the good times or through the bad, through the happy times or through the sad, God is always there for me. I met this old man, he was so poor, he didn't hold no bed, so we slept on the floor. He's always smiling, I never heard him complain. He said I've proven God again and again. So no matter what the circumstances may be, God is always there for me, yeah. Through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is No matter what the circumstances may be, no, God is always there for me, yeah. Through the good times or through the bad, through the happy times, oh, there's not a broken vessel that God can't make. The thief was down to his last breath, hanging there and can't wait. When he turned to the master and said, Lord have mercy on me, he was just a broken vessel. Then Jesus washed away his sins, 'cause there's none a broken vessel that God can make. Oh, there's not a broken vessel God can't make. Yeah. When the whole world turns its back on you, Jesus will be your friend. He will pick up all the pieces, time and time again, 'cause there's not a broken vessel that God can't make. Lord Almighty, Jesus sees the potter, and we are just the clay. And even when the vessel is broken, he won't throw the clay away. Bring him all of your borders, your troubles and your sin, 'cause there's not a broken vessel Almighty God can make. Yeah, yeah. There's not a broken vessel that God can make. Yeah, yeah. When the whole world turns its back on you, Jesus will always be your friend. He will pick up all the pieces, time and time again, 'cause there's not a broken vessel that God can't make. Yeah, yeah. There's not a broken vessel that God can make. Yeah. When the whole world turns its back on you, Jesus will always be your friend. He will pick up all the pieces, time and time again, 'cause there's not a broken vessel God can make. Where do I go? Tell me now. Leaving below in this old sinful world, only a comfort I can't afford. Striving alone to face temptation, so Lord of mercy, where do I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Where do I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. love so deep. Comfort I get from God's own words. Yet when I face the chilling hand of death, where would I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Where do I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. I'm gonna go right now. Needed a friend to guide me till the head. Where do I go but to my Lord? So where do I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Where do I go? As I'm seeking a refuge for my soul. Needed a friend to save me in the end. Where do I go but to my Lord? I go, seeking a refuge for my soul. Needed a friend to guide me in the head. Where do I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Oh, where do I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul.
Welcome back to Rebel Radio. Yes. And we are going over to St. Kitts now. And one of the things we want to talk about, the migration of Cubans to Guyana. There has been an increase of Cubans going to Guyana. I have with me journalist Jermaine Abel, who is going to tell me about that. Good afternoon, Jermaine. How are you?
Hey, good afternoon. I am a little bit hot, but it's all the weather. But I'm good.
Yes. Now, tell us about this increasing migration of Cubans to Guyana. Is it what is behind it?
Well, we all know to an extent what's transpiring over in Cuba, and like any place, like fellow Caribbean territories, everybody looking for a greener pasture, and to an extent, immigration laws are somewhat relaxed compared to some of the other territories. And added to that, Guyana is seen as a greener pasture for many of the region's migrants. And, Cubans have been somewhat utilizing that to its fullest extent because of the oil boom that we're seeing down there. And, the president, Dr. Irfan Ali, has said time and time again that the country needs not just immigrants, but it also needs laborers to work in the various construction sector, in the oil and gas sector, but more specifically within the construction industry. And we've been seeing not just Cubans, we've been seeing Venezuelans also crossing over the border, to start life in Guyana. So I think what we're seeing is a lot of migrants escape. That is happening right now within Havana and the outskirts and outlying areas.
Okay. So what we are seeing then is people flocking over to Guyana to take advantage of the work opportunities created by the oil sector, the oil.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But not just the oil sector, but as well, it is an industry, because what we have seen time and time again is that the sitting administration of the day is seeking to build infrastructure to develop the country to be the Dubai of the Caribbean, or the Emirates of the Caribbean. So you see them doing more road works, more housing construction. And when the president was here back in February, he actually held a meeting with the diaspora, the Guyanese diaspora in St. Kitts and Nevis. And one of the things that he emphasized, and he basically urged and begged a lot of the Guyanese here in St. Kitts and on Nevis to return home and assist in developing the country. Every facet of the skilled laborers within the construction sector, the skilled laborers in those spin-off sectors coming out of the oil industry, right? And having migrants from Cuba, which, to an extent, many within Ghana are not happy with, because they're seeing it as taking away jobs, changing their livelihoods, changing the standard of living, because, when you have illegal migrants coming across, they're underpaid, which then means that every other individual, whether or not you're qualified or you're an immigrant, you will be underpaid within those sectors. So I think what we're seeing is, while a lot of people are complaining about this, Guyana actually needs more laborers. I think that the big issue which the opposition in Guyana has been talking about, and I think it's the chair, I stand to be corrected, but I think it's the chair of the Foreign Relations Committee, her name is slipping me, from the Win Party. She said when that parliamentary body is established, one of the things that she, as the head of that body, wants to put forward is a migration plan for the country, which is an issue that particular country and many others within the Caribbean do not necessarily have in terms of migration. We all, even Jamaica to an extent, needs more people, needs skilled laborers. We have to accept the fact that within the Caribbean, we are short-handed when it comes to people and our populations expanding. Right, that's just the reality. But we don't have a policy in terms of how we accept foreign nationals. And I know, for example, the debate in Jamaica over the whole third country, quote unquote, deportees, for example. How is that going to be playing out? Whether or not you guys get 6,000, whether or not Antigua does not want 120, whether or not St. Kitts does not want 20. So the reality in general, out of all of what I'm saying, is the Caribbean's birth population is either stagnant or barely growing. People are looking for a better livelihood, and they're going to greener pastures. I think what needs to happen is there needs to be a policy in terms of how we treat these people. What are the mechanisms that we're going to be putting in place to protect their interests as well as the interests of the countries that they go to? And we've seen that happening in Guyana right now.
Yes. But do you know if most of these Cubans are skilled, Cubans are unskilled?
Well, that's a good question that you asked, but it's also equally a difficult question because many of them are what we classify as, to an extent, illegal immigrants. So a lot of them have not necessarily registered. They're going to bring some skill sets into the system, but to say whether or not they're all 1,000 are skilled laborers, whether or not they're professional masons, they're professionals in the mason industry, or professional plumbers, or professional painters, that is something that the government will definitely have to do when they're regularizing those quote-unquote illegal immigrants. Because it's one thing for you to enter a country, right, with a visa or without a visa, but unless you register that information with the government, and I think that is where the government now would need to step in and regularize and get all of that information, because I think that's what territories across the region are pushing for now. I can tell you, for example, in St. Kitts and Nevis, the government here recently required all Guyanese nationals, those who are both legal and those who are illegal, to come and regularize themselves. So they have an idea of how many are on the island, whether or not you're skilled, what you can do, and so forth. So that then provides a database of who you have within the country. And I'm not sure the government has all of that information at hand to say whether or not they're skilled or they're unskilled. But when you go to greener pastures, which is just the reality, you fit into whatever industry you're required to survive.
Yes. And the fact that Guyana is underpopulated will make it much more easier for them to accommodate these residents.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, and I mean, we are targeting, I mean, this conversation is about the Cubans, but we also have the Venezuelans who are also, some are also illegally crossing the borders into the country. And I know at one point, I believe it was last year, the government did require them to come in and register as well to figure out whether or not they're skilled or unskilled or so forth. But when I was down there back in October, November, I think, sometime back, you've seen the presence of a lot of Venezuelans within the country, within certain sectors. I mean, like, for example, there was a lot of them doing garbage collection, right? And most of them spoke plain English, right? So I think it's just about integrating into the system and being able to fit them where the skill set is needed and where there's a shortage of manpower.
Okay. And don't you think they will have any problem with the language barrier?
There will be some, but one of the things I've actually recognized with, I don't want to say humans, but one of the things I've recognized with immigrants, and this is not just in the Caribbean, but wherever immigrants go, they tend to adapt. The language barrier will be an initial hurdle, but maybe 6 months down the line, a year down the line, they will integrate and adapt to the society, and they will eventually begin to pull the language. But in the short term, it is going to be a problem. In the long term, the integration and the fact that their children and there will be institutions that teach both Spanish and English within Guyana, then that will create an environment that, for all we know, that Guyana becomes a little America of the Little America of the Caribbean, where you have all of these ethnic groups coming together, and it's a multicultural society. It's adding to what already exists down there. But in general terms, yes, it's going to be a little bit of an issue, because what we've seen over, I think, maybe the last 6 to 7 months, for example, a number of raids were done by the government, and a lot of either Cubans or Venezuelans have either been trafficked or have been involved in some of these nightclub type activities that, to an extent is not legal in Guyana, brothel type activities.
Okay. Well, as you say, it is influenced by people seeking to improve their lives, and we know that Cubans are facing difficult economic times now. We know that.
Yes.
And Venezuelans too. So I can say.
And that is the thing, right? And just to add to that, because it might be, for example, it might be Guyana now, but we saw what was happening with Trinidad when a number of them left Venezuela and went illegally to Trinidad. The government over there also called for regularization. And one of my good sources within the Ministry of National Security said they were having some trouble with them. I think that the broader concern is something that all islands have to start to look at, and it's twofold. One, we don't know who is coming. We don't know who these people are, right? How do we then deal with them? Because as you saw, I don't know if you've been reading from time immemorial, Trinidad has had an issue with a number of those Venezuelan migrants that were coming. We saw what happened in Guyana, I believe it was last year, with the bombing of the gas station on Regent Street, for example, right? And I think 2 or 3 Venezuelans were charged there. So what I think you have to begin the discussion now of how do you protect yourself with those who are already in the country, one, and two, how are you as an administration, as a government, being able to not strain your resources while you have an international obligation under certain treaties to accept migrants and asylum seekers, right, and provide them with basic necessities. How do you then protect your country's resources from not being exploited, one, and also not putting a strain on the public purse in terms of providing the adequate assistance to those people who are now coming into your country and at some point will need some public assistance.
Well, I want to thank you very much, Jermaine, for bringing me up to date on what is happening. And I am going to be calling on you again to keep us abreast of what is happening, that migration issues. Thank you very much, Jermaine.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yes. That was journalist Jermaine Abel. They're keeping us abreast of what is happening. Remigration of Cubans into Guyana. Let us take a break. Coming up next is food security. This is Rebel Radio.
If It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, hardware and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware. It's game time! Score big with Home and Things. Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win. Big goals, bigger savings. Only at Home and Things, where everybody is a winner. Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Ironshore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68 and a half Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory!
Yes, welcome back to Rebel Radio. And it's Wednesday, you know it's for time for food security. And this is where we spend some time looking at the agricultural sector in the Caribbean. Yes, what must be done for us to improve the sector, to feed ourselves and to make the sector into a viable entity so that farmers can earn their living. Yes, I have with me this evening here, I see Jones Oliphant out of Jamaica, Stephen Lane out of Barbados, yes, Buford Adams, Guyana, Sam Hercules, Guyana, John Walcott of Guyana. Good evening, gentlemen. Yes, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Yes. All right. Yes, gentlemen, welcome to the program. And one of the things that we have been having a discussion since last week, and one of the issues that has been brought up by Mr. Adams is the impact of the soil in the Caribbean, and what he has brought up forward, has been educating us, is that we need to pay attention to the soil in the Caribbean, because some of the yields that we are getting out of the crops is because the soil needs some treatment. He put some samples in the group. I don't know if everybody saw it, but he's put some samples that were done in Jamaica. And I asked him, let me ask those who are on the program now, if you have seen the samples sent in the group by Mr. Adams? Everybody have seen it?
Yes, I did. Found it very interesting.
Okay.
And accurately reflect what is happening in Barbados as well.
Okay. One of the things that I asked Adams to do this evening is to read the reports and to explain the implication. As you may see, these are not recent reports, but just for us to have a full understanding, would you just indicate to us, Mr. Adams, what are the implications of these tests that were done?
All right. Thank you very much, Desmond. As you recognize that these trials were done in 2003.
Okay.
In Guyana, we did trials in 2014, I think is where I stopped. Mm-hmm. But basically what this is showing is that the soil has been overworked. Or the agriculture that we were doing was bad agriculture. We were not focusing basically on soil on nutrient retention. There are special way we could do agriculture where we could retain the nutrients in the soil by not draining it. But I would only because I would only focus on the most critical element in this report. I know the reports are looking very nice, the plenty colors and so forth. All right. But I am only going to focus.
Hold on a second. Somebody, there's a background noise from someone. That voice that is coming through.
Their love, their money, everything in this family.
Is that coming from you, Mr. Adams?
No, not me.
So who on the show where this background noise is? All right, go ahead, Mr. Adams.
The number, the 1876. Who is that?
Yeah, 187.
Hold on, there's still some voice there disturbing the broadcast. Somebody have someone one of you have that. Could you just check to see where that is coming from? Is that coming from you, Jones? Jones, is that your background? Mr. Oliver.
Sorry, Leila.
No. Not you, that coming from Mr. Walcott?
No.
The last person that joined the program just now.
That must run 7. Hello. 782.
Sounds like a radio station they're listening to.
7826745. Hello?
Be so for a while.
7826745.
Your real daughter, and I'm not. So I deserve to be free.
Same person.
That's why I believe you.
Enough violence.
Hello? Hold on.
Thank you.
Let me. I'm asking you all to just hang up a moment. I'm going to call you back. Hang up for me a moment.
Loved and spoiled, unlike me. I'm used to being treated badly. This is nothing. I'll apologize to Leela right now.
Hold on, don't hang up.
It's fine. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, the person is mute now.
All right. Go ahead now, Mr. Adams.
Yeah, what I'm going to focus in on is basically the nutrients that are most used in soil-based agriculture. And we have macronutrients. Those macronutrients are what the plants are really extracted in large quantities. And if you look on the plate, you're going to see they got K, which I consider the king of the soil. You have phosphate, which I consider the queen or the prime minister. I put him as a government. And then you have N, which is nitrogen. Now, these are called macronutrients. These are the nutrients that the plants are using in heavy quantities. And if you notice that their levels are very low, that is because of how much they have been extracted from the soil by the plant. All the other nutrients that you're seeing, calcium and zinc and copper, boron and so forth, they are micronutrients, which means that they're only used in very small quantity. Although you'll see some of them levels are very low, it means that they were used in an extended period of time. And that is why some of them, their levels are very low. Now, what we are having here now is that because we have extracted so much of the macronutrient from the soil, the plant is unable to perform its responsibility. And because of that, you get lower production. When I say responsibility, I mean this. We may believe that a mango tree is supposed to give you a fruit, just as a rice is supposed to give you a grain, but that is not correct. The mango tree has a responsibility to perform for the ecosystem. And that is why the ecosystem have everything to protect the mango tree. Now, if the mango tree does not perform its duty, you can't get mango. And that is why it is very, very critical that we fix certain basic nutrients. And those two critical nutrients are phosphate and potassium, which is K. K is potassium, P is phosphate. If we continue to allow those two nutrients to be low, we will never ever get to the level that we want to. Nitrogen is, we use urea as a supplement for nitrogen, which is all over the world. We don't have a problem with that. But the problem that we have is having adequate phosphate and potassium. Those are our two biggest challenge in agriculture, in soil-based agriculture in the Caribbean. So the remedy basically is finding sources that would provide the 2 or 3 main nutrients along with the low micronutrients, the boron, the copper, the zinc, the magnesium, and so forth, that are low. Once we could do that, we could get ourselves back into the area that we want to get food security in the Caribbean.
Yes. And
you understand me, or I talk too fast?
Well, I understand what you are saying. I would put the question to my colleagues on the show. Do you understand what Mr. Adams is saying?
I understand Mr. Adams quite clearly, and very much appreciative of his analysis. I recall that the sugar industry in Barbados at one time, when it was managed by a certain groups, they were very much involved. And I would ask Mr. Adams first if crop rotation in any way, because if you plant in a singular crop which is extracting the same amount, if that is going to be more impactful on the soil. So let me start off by asking him a question. If crop rotation over maybe 1 to 3 years would assist in minimizing the depletion of these resources.
Yes. If you could recall, I'm not too sure about Barbados, but in Guyana, in the olden days, when the other people used to run the sugar industry, they used to run the industry on a principle of the Bible, the biblical principle. You work for 6 years, you rest for 1 year, or your crop follow. You don't just rest the soil. You have to crop follow the soil for 1 year, and then you start the following year, right? Now, what the Brazilians normally do is that they do crop rotation, and here is how it works. They will plant rice, and they will plant soybean, which you don't use nitrogen for soybean. Soybean bringing back nutrients in the soil, and then they will go to corn, and then they will go back to soybean. They will never put rice and corn together. Right. And that is how they rotate their crop with in order to maintain their nutrients. And you don't have to, let me tell you this. If you have a crop that you could put get maximum from it, whether it's cassava or sweet potato or whatever, and you plant one crop a year, and you decide to rest that crop by flooding it, if you can flood it, and you could put some fishes inside. You don't just flood it. You put fishes inside. Those fish that you put inside, you will get fish for marketing or for your consumption. But the remainder inside the soil is going to give you nutrients and it's going to give you calcium. Yes. It's going to give phosphate, sorry. And it's going to give you phosphate and calcium as well. And yes, I can tell you, yes, once you do crop rotation, you could do it. You could make it. You don't lose money. You just have to be smart.
Appreciate that explanation. Because in the old system in Barbados, like you said, in those days, when certain people were running the sugar industry, which was a major industry in Barbados. And but they obviously recognized that crop rotation. Some of the plantation at that time had a steady group of persons working for them. And the plantation owners would support them in keeping livestock, particularly ruminant. They could keep pigs too, but particularly ruminant. And they would allow the workers to harvest all of the green material that they didn't need. But at the end of that, the plantation would insist that they brought back all of that material back to the plantation to put back into the fields. That was also a means, in addition to crop rotation, a means to support the soils. And our soils in Barbados obviously were not as deep as soils in Ghana. We did not have large areas and supply of water to do the harvesting and growing out of tilapia and things like that. I realized Jamaica was doing it some time ago. I'm not sure if they're still doing it. The pink tilapia was exceptionally successful in Barbados. Quality meat, once you get accustomed to the freshwater fish. I ate a lot of it when I was in Jamaica as well. Well supported in supermarkets like Sovereign and things like that. And a wonderful opportunity. But now Barbados agriculture is in crisis. Our soils are going, and the sugarcane industry is in crisis, and we cannot have a rum industry. What they don't recognize, that we cannot have a rum industry in Barbados by saying that we're producing Bajan rum by bringing in all the molasses from Ghana. It don't work that way. Internationally, we can drink it locally and maybe regionally, but you cannot have a brand that is bringing in so much money into Barbados when your sugar crop is failing every year. And this year, they were unable to harvest one single blade of cane, and I think they're going to have to rotate them back into the soil and replant. But that will not be the solution. Immediately, they have to devise a way of getting around that. So we may be at a crisis there with the sugar industry in Barbados.
Mr. Hercules, are you there?
I'm here, Mr.
Okay, all right.
Desmond.
Yes.
Elias from the Bahamas.
Yes. I see, Mr. Ines. Are you back from last week? You were in Europe. Are you still in Europe, sir?
No. I'm home. I'm home now. I'm home.
Yes. Okay. Well, any new development, and let me repeat for my colleagues on the program that one of the things that we are looking at on this program is how we can take advantage, Caribbean farmers can take advantage of the opportunities existing in Bahamas now, where 250 million US food market is there for us to take advantage of, to export food to, right? And one of the discussion we're having on this program is that Guyana, as one of the a major rice producer in the Caribbean, is unable, the Guyana rice farmers are faced with an issue now that we are trying to see how they can rectify it in order to take advantage. And any new information on that market, Mr. Enos?
Well, I can tell you that Belize, St. Lucia, to some extent Jamaica, are very much aware of the market potential and what it could mean for CARICOM agriculture. And I spoke with the executive director of CARI, and he is very much keen. And at the present moment, our prime minister is in St. Lucia at the CARICOM heads meeting, right? And I think he will be speaking to some of the prime ministers about our market. So we're in the game. We're in the game, sir. We're in the game. And we're in the game because I see that opportunity as a mechanism to reduce our costs of living in the region by buying regionally and at the same time helping regional agricultural sectors to expand. Because like you mentioned, Desmond, there's a $250 million market here.
Okay, yes. Mr. Hercules, you have any observation for us?
Hello?
Yes,
yes, I'm here.
I'm asking if you have any observation, Mr. Hercules. Do you have any?
Yeah, not currently. Since it's our first meeting, here to sort of, listen and understand the direction of where the group is looking to go. Mm-hmm. And, going forward, being able to contribute, to the effort. I will be working closely with Ms. Adams to put together a concept paper that will try to address some of the issues that are raised in this session. So look forward to being a part, and thanks again for the inclusion into this program. Mm-hmm. And I look forward, as I said, to being an active participant going forward.
Right. Mr. Walcott? Hello, Mr. Walcott.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes.
Yes, thanks. Thanks for adding me to the group. At my fourth sitting, this group sounds very interesting to be in. So I am prepared to work with the group to give my effort and what knowledge I have would share so that the group could be of a success.
Yes, sir. Yes. Well, as you know, gentlemen, that we in the Caribbean, we are spending a lot of what we don't have. And I'm talking about the money to import food. And one of the things that we have to do, we have to address that issue. We'll have to produce more so that we can reduce the amount of money that we are spending to import food. And I know that throughout the Caribbean, the importation of food is a policy issue. And one of the things that we are faced with is that you find that some of the policymakers, they and some of their supporters are the major importers of food in the region. That is something that I know is present in Jamaica, and I know it is present in other Caribbean countries. I know that.
True.
Right.
Very true.
Yes. So it is going to be an issue, but we have to just do what we can do as to help our farmers to produce more and to do better. Yes. Mr. Adams, you last week, Mr. Adams mentioned the situation with the soil ingredients, the situation with soil in the Caribbean, that we need to address that. And he indicated last week that he had the fertilizer. He had the formula for the fertilizer. As a matter of fact, at one time he supplied that product. And he indicated to us last week that we should try to encourage our regional governments, how to source funds in order that we can set up a factory to produce that fertilizer in order for us to use in our soil and to get our soil up to stock. Yes, that is one of the issues. There is some funding available that our farmers in the region can tap into. Mr. Hinias, you remember the source of those funds? Hello, Mr. Hinias.
Hello?
Yes. You remember the source? Hold on, let me ask Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams, remind us of the source of the funds that is available, that we could tap into.
Yeah, based on information that I received last week, is that we understand that the African Bank is willing to finance agriculture in the Caribbean.
Yes.
And I previously understand also that Saudi Arabia is prepared to fund food security in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know exactly how the politicians have their own way of doing stuff. But we will have, let me answer this question, this one. This organization that we are putting together, would it be a charitable organization, or would it be, what are we doing? It will be an organization where we are prepared to make money, or what?
First of all, let us get, this is an organization representing, that we are putting together, to represent the interests of farmers around the Caribbean to improve agriculture. That is the main objective. So,
but you're not.
So one of the things that we will have to do, we'll have to lobby our regional leaders and institutions representing farmers and issues affecting the farmers in the Caribbean. So I am sure that accessing those funds will be some of what we have to do. Just hold it there for me. Hold it. Let us take a break. Hold it. We are on food security. This is Rebel Radio. Let's take a break.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware. It's game time! Score big with Home and Things. Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win. Big goals, bigger savings. Only at Home and Things, where everybody is a winner. Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Iron Shore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68 and a half Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory!
Yes, welcome back to Rebel Radio. Yes, Mr. Adams, I don't know if I answered your question.
I'm not completely, but let's move on. We have already established, I mean, to an extent, which we already know that most of the agricultural lands in the Caribbean were in operation for about 300 or 400 years. And we are working on the same land. And that should tell us something. Now, we want to correct this. We have to, there's only two choices we have. We either correct what is happening right now, or we get new lands. And I don't believe that we have the kind of money to go and clear new lands for agriculture. This is not a time of slavery when we could go to Africa and bring a couple of people and don't pay them. You understand? Although we have machine now, that's a lot of money. So the easiest thing is to fix the land that we have available. The problem is, can we convince CARICOM to support us financially to put at least the forest setting mechanism necessary to do that? Change agriculture in the Caribbean. It will take money, not a lot of money, but some money. And to start the process, we have to figure out where do we start the process.
Gentlemen, hello?
Yes, we're here.
Yep.
Yes. With reference to some comments made by Mr. Adams, there is a fund being created by Saudi Arabia and Saudi Arabia and the other country that he mentioned. That is real. But what I think, gentlemen and ladies, what is needed is that the small farmer or the small farmers of the Caribbean need a voice. We need a voice like the Caribbean Poultry Association, which has representation at the table, and the politicians listen to them. You know, during slavery, the people who control agriculture in the Caribbean were the planters, the plantocracy. Today, the people who control agriculture in the Caribbean are people who own these agri-businesses.
Politicians.
The small farmer doesn't have a voice because he is not organized. And we in the Bahamas, Jamaica, Guyana, throughout the region, we are not a unified voice. We need to develop a unified voice. And I believe, gentlemen and ladies, that we should start at the Caribbean Week of Agriculture, which will be held in Jamaica at the end of September. That's where I think we should start. And let the leaders in CARICOM know about the issues that are negatively impacting food security in the region. And the small farmer is the key. The small farmer is the key. And unless And unless you recognize that fact, we'll be whistling Dixie all down the road.
Brother Godfrey, I beg to agree with you 100%. And let me start by saying I am part of the Barbados, not the Barbados, but the CPA, the Caribbean Poultry Association. And that is exactly what they do. Annually, they move the location of their discussion and ordinate not only the big players within the industry within that country and those that are invited in from the other countries within the region are there, but smaller farmers are invited so they can see persons that can represent their interests, either dealing with unfair imports that are coming in from sources that can produce birds and sell parts cheaper into the region, and to deal with possibilities of dealing with genetics and disease management and control. So I agree with you. But institutions like CARDI have strong support. We would be appreciative if we can have the support from the African Bank. They have a location here in Barbados and Saudi Arabia. But our interests must come first. The CARDI was financed initially by governments committing to it and a long-term commitment. All of them have not met their commitment. We know how politics and politicians behave from time to time. But that is how the source was. And they were able to have some of the best scientists in different areas of entomology and nutrition for livestock and plant into CARDI that can do jobs. I remember a project there when you had the pink mealybug. That's the last big issue we had with this pest control within the region. And CARDI was able to resolve it. A good friend of mine, Ian Gibbs, and a young entomologist, he's not so young anymore, was able to assist in resolving because we needed the trade. And at first, it was the fear of if St. Vincent, St. Lucia had the pink mealybug that they couldn't send produce to Trinidad or Barbados. But then, you had to mitigate against that and find a solution. Solution was a simple one, biological, something called the pink mealybug. And a ladybird, a small little wasp that would help destroy. And therefore, by the time it got here, we were able to release them here in advance. So yes, we have to work, and we have to work with our people first, and then gain more assistance. CARDI also got assistance from other countries internationally for projects that they had an interest in saying, it worked within the Caribbean. So the formula could be a successful one if our governments that put a lot of money into everything except the main interests of their populations. There's no lack of funding for hotels in hotel industry in your country. Sorry, Mr. Godfrey, or mine. Let me incriminate myself too. Or certainly Jamaica, which is some of the most unfavorable hotel industry rules to impact on the general population. I know, and the reality of it is that they find that those resources quickly wherever they need to go. They find them, and but they're very apologetic when they have to find resources for food security. But at least in Barbados, the government is always talking about food security for the people. Number one, our Prime Minister is talking about food security, but also reasonable prices. You understand? So, Mr. Adams, because I don't want to take up everything. Do you think that the capacity Trinidad have a long-standing oil industry? Ghana, I'm happy to say now, is a couple of years into developing that. Maybe the petrochemical arm of these two countries. I think Trinidad did some in the past, but Ghana, they're pumping a lot more crude than Trinidad is. Trinidad is probably committed to gases. But wouldn't it be a consideration if those two countries look at with government support in getting producing the chemicals for our agricultural sector. Thank you.
Yes. Well, gentlemen, I think we all agree with that we have to organize. And that is why we are the Caribbean Farmers Association, this organization that we are putting together. Those are the issues that we will have to tackle. At the moment, we, as most of us will know, that we are now looking at we have gone through the Constitution. We are now fine-tuning that to put it together for our members to decide whether or not that's Constitution that we want, and so that for us to move on. But correctly, as Mr. Hard has pointed out, those issues there are issues that this association will have to put on its agenda for the interests of the small farmers around the Caribbean. We have to do that. And we will have to find a way how we are going to source the funds needed in order to address the issue, because the soil has been pointed out. One of the things that if we should move to address the soil so that we can improve production around the region, and that is something that we will have to address seriously. There is one other issue that so far, Mr. Lane, do you I've heard from you as it relates to the access to the market in Bahamas? Are your people accessing the market already in Bahamas?
Not as yet. In fact, we are struggling to meet all of our local commitments, because the industry, the farmers in Barbados, they can produce, but they're under threat of cheap imports. And I think someone, it might have been you or Mr. Adams, who said that the same people who are supposed to be protecting are sometimes the ones who are importing. And a lot of importing is happening right now in Barbados in full crop. And therefore, the farmers are trying to respond to that. They're losing money by responding to that. The pork industry is under attack by cheap pork coming in from other locations. Certainly not regionally, but ex-regionally. That is putting pressure there. The poultry industry have always been very vigilant, but we're impacted from time to time. And I, as president of the Egg and Poultry in Barbados, have a monthly meeting with government and Minister of Trade and different entities within government to ask them that we have a monthly meeting looking at the industry and trade within the industry to review what we're doing so we can mitigate that major impact, because people in Barbados like to eat chicken, and it's the cheapest source of protein right now.
Okay, yes. Well, gentlemen, you might remember that you are free to make your own points, Just this.
Yes. Gentlemen, I agree with my friend in Barbados. Now, the fundamental problem that we have across the Caribbean is that nobody actually came this part of the world and focused on agriculture. And nobody is going to come from outside of the Caribbean and try to help us with agriculture. They're going to come for our oil, our gold, our diamond, our timber, and they'll take that out. But when it comes for anything that is going to benefit the Caribbean people, we will have to do that ourselves. So if there are members of CARICOM who are willing to put their signature to advance this organization, I'll be there 100%. What my team is going to do, we are going to prepare a document that I'm going to present to this organization to make adjustment, to make an adjustment based on firstly, it's based on soil retention, soil nutrient retention. We cannot feed the Caribbean unless we solve that problem.
Yes.
And then I'm going to present another document where we're going to build a company to do rice, high quality rice, not the rice we're producing in Ghana. No, that's garbage. It can't sell. Change the dynamics by which we do agriculture, not only rice but everything else. Cassava, everything, plantain, banana, all point to the same direction: soil, nutrients deficiency, everything.
Okay. Sister Maureen, welcome.
Yes, my apologies. Was in a meeting that ran over time, so sorry about that.
Yes, understood. We have our colleagues with us from Guyana, Barbados, and we're talking about the deficiency of the soil and what must be done. Yes. As I indicated earlier, while you were not here, Sister Maureen, that we are working to formalize our Caribbean Farmers Association, and we are now working on the Constitution. You have anything late for us? You have any information for us?
Yes, I've started working on it, not completed, but I'm hoping to have it soon back.
Yes.
I'm going to be aware, and I'm hoping I can get some stuff done then.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Is there anybody on from the Bahamas?
Yes, Mr. Ineas is here. And that is why...
Mr. Ineas, can you please send me the information on who people should contact with respect to trying to supply the Bahamian market, please? Who they should talk to, the name of the person, the numbers, whatever it is. Can you please do so?
You heard that, Mr. Ineas? Mr. Ineas? I don't know if you heard that. Mr. Ineas? What I will do, Sister Maureen, I'm going to send you his number and you just communicate with him directly. You heard that, Sister Maureen?
Yes, sorry, I have you on mute.
Yeah. No, I was saying to you that I'm going to send you Mr. Ineas.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so that you can contact him directly. I know
yes,
show, but I'm not hearing him now at all. No.
Okay, thanks.
Sister Maureen, you're online on the show this evening. You have two new members from Guyana, Mr. Sam Hercules and Mr. John Walcott. They are Guyana. They are part of Mr. Adams' team. Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes. I alerted the Jamaican Minister of Agriculture is in this group too. He's a member of this group. I alerted him to what we are doing, and he said yes. He approved of what we are doing. I'm hoping that we can have him as our guest, that we can pose some question to him, right? Because as last time I spoke with the Jamaican agricultural minister. No, not the Jamaica, the JAS, the president of JAS. And he indicated to me that there were some transportation issues between Bahamas and Jamaica. Right? They were working to see how they can address that. Right? So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one did you mean, the minister or the JAS?
The president of the JAS, okay. Yes.
Okay.
The project changed.
Who's this, Mr. Ineas?
The project changed. That is what we would be interested. Wasn't that the question? I didn't get the question too clearly.
This is Mr. Ineas.
What was the question, Mr. Richards?
Sister Maureen, repeat the question for Mr. Ineas.
No, I needed to find out, please, the person or entity that people should contact with respect to looking to exports to meet some of your requirements. So who do they have the follow-up discussion with? Say, for example, Caribbean broilers.
I represent. I'm the chairman of the Bahamas Center for Food and Nutrition Security, and we are spearheading this initiative. And if you provide your addresses, we can send you the data on which you'll be able to comply with and look at our imports and the quantities and values. It's quite a substantial list.
Okay, sir. So if you could do that and then provide your email also, then if you just provide your email, I'll shoot you an email and we could take it from there.
Okay. Where do you want me to send an email?
If you want, you can put it in this chat and I'll pick it up from here.
Okay. All right.
If that's okay with you?
Sure, no problem.
Yes, and then I'll be in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Another thing is that Shiraz is not with us this week, but one of the issues that we face, and that is an issue with land. A lot of our farmers around the Caribbean are having difficulty with land tenure. Yes, and that is something that we will have to address too. We have to put that on our agenda also. My colleagues, the floor is open. I mean, is there anything that you want to...
I know the time. I know the time for closing is coming now when you begin to sound like that. But the reality of it is that I just want to give credit where credit is due, and therefore reading the article that I believe is you that sent it out, Mr. Richards, that was produced by my friend Mr. Adams. He sounds like he's from San Fernando. He might have had doubles with him down there or something. But on our soils, I think that was excellent. I and it's something that the governments of the region I know you can elaborate more on it, but that is something I wanted to beg to share with the agriculture groups in Barbados. What he's saying, because I think that is very important. That even though they know sometimes ministers of government and permanent secretaries and persons at that level become very complacent. They're comfortable. They're driving a government vehicle and all that. And I don't just trying to be small or discredit anyone, but But the reality sometimes we forget where the struggle is. And 2 weeks after elections, politicians are wondering why people are still calling them. So I don't think I'm petty with that, but that is the reality of it. And sometimes we need to remind our leadership that they ask for a job and they have a commitment to the persons within the society, within the country, or the constituency to fulfill that responsibility. So I want to thank you, Mr. Adams, sir.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes, indeed. Right. And as you mentioned, one of the things, Mr. Adams, and I observed this, that the boom in the oil sector in Guyana, it seemed to have impacted negatively the growth of the agricultural sector. Is that we are seeing less attention being paid to the growth of agriculture in Guyana nowadays?
That is correct. Rice and sugar used to be, along with bauxite, used to be our main economic stabilizer. Now, since we discovered the beautiful thing of oil, both rice and sugar has been thrown in the corner, and we just giving charity out to them. So, just hold on this couple dollars and stay quiet. So the only thing we're focusing now on is oil. It's not that we're just giving a side glance. Like when you're riding a horse, you got to put on a blinder, right? That's what's happening right now.
Okay. And things like all fishing. What happened to the fishing industry? I know Guyana.
Well, since the advent of Exxon, a lot of the fishers moved from the regular zone, and I think you have to go into other people's territory in order to catch fish. A lot of the fishing industry in Guyana, a lot of the enterprise in Guyana that used to do fishing before closed down, sell out their property to people who are doing Exxon and so forth. But I'm saying that Guyana still has a possibility because we are big. We have a lot of water. We endless amount of water. We could start doing cage fishing. We could transform to something else. But who can I talk to? And they don't want to talk to me, so they can't get my ideas.
Yes.
Brother Desmond, 25, 30 years ago, Guyana was the largest producer of high quality, the largest shrimp that you would ever see in the world.
Yes.
Really high quality. I don't know if Mr. Adams remember that time, but yes. Beautiful. And we had a great trade, our hotel industry, and for local consumption because the prices were so good. As a matter of fact, former Prime Minister Barbados, Errol Barrow, and the great leader of that time in Guyana, Mr. Burnham, had a trading link where some of the shipping boats, and these were quite substantial, were owned by Barbados and owned by Guyana. So it was a mutual benefit. And all that area where you might be pumping oil now, in fact, outside of the Yokonora River, all that sediment coming in from the interior was proper habitat for shrimp, and the nets will not get tangled at that time within that environment.
Well, gentlemen and lady, we have exhausted our time for today's program, but as we have our work cut out for us, we have lots of work to be done, and as we all acknowledge, we have to do whatever we can in order to resurrect and grow agriculture around the Caribbean. I want to thank all of you for your presence this afternoon. Until next week, Wednesday, take very good care. This is Rebel Radio. And
all right, good afternoon, all the best.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Blessings to you all.
Okay. All right. Have a good evening. It was food security. Yes. And it's, as you know, on Wednesday at this time, this is where we take time out to talk about agriculture. And you heard there we have our work well cut out for us. We have to focus on things to get things going. This is Rebel Radio. Let us take a break.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware, and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring, and more. At Tools, hardware, and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware. It's game time! Score big with Home and Things. Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win. Big goals, bigger savings. Only at Home and Things, where everybody is a winner. Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Ironshore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68.5 Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory!
Imagine a world where information is power, where news meets insight. This is Eyes on the World, your personal lens. We are watching with you. Stay informed, stay curious, get the world's stories reported to you. Eyes on the World, your perspective.
Let me introduce the program. Yes, as you know, Eyes on the World, this is your program. Yes, this is where we show you some of what is happening in the world, and you know that so much things happening. Let's take a look at some of the things that we have for you, some of the events taking place around the world.
Oh, it was a massive TikTok moment that's over. The American life of luxury over. Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement has arrested the niece and grandniece of an Iranian general the U.S. just killed during President Trump's first term. ICE busted them shortly after the Secretary of State Marco Rubio revoked their green cards. The pair had posted praise for Iran's regime and celebrations of attacks on the U.S. At the same time, they were living a very high lifestyle in L.A. Senior foreign policy correspondent Jillian Turner has more from the State Department. Jillian.
Good morning to you, Harris. These relatives of Qasem Soleimani did more than just praise Iran's regime and enemy of the United States on social media. These women publicly supported the IRGC, that's Iran's military, that's designated a foreign terrorist organization here in the United States. The Trump administration says that amounts to material support. in this case. So take a look at these women. The niece and the grandniece of Qasem Soleimani, they are in ICE custody now, pending removal from the U.S. The Secretary of State says the move came after he terminated their legal status in the country last week, posting on X. Until recently, Hamideh Soleimani Afshar and her daughter were green card holders living lavishly in the U.S. She celebrated attacks on Americans and referred to our country as the, quote, Great Satan. President Trump often touts the operation he had authorized in his first term to take out Qasem Soleimani, a notorious killer responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of people. He counts it among his greatest counterterrorism achievements to this very day. Take a listen to the president a moment ago.
We killed Soleimani. Without Soleimani, if they had Soleimani, it would be a whole different thing. Maybe. Would still be winning, but it would have been harder. Because we are obliterating that country.
Well, Soleimani's niece entered the U.S. on a tourist visa in 2015, eventually secured asylum, then obtained a green card. Despite frequent trips home back to Iran, she sought relentlessly during her time here to become an influencer on social media. Her daughter came to the U.S. that same year on a student visa and essentially never left. She, too, spent much of her time promoting herself and her American lifestyle on social media platforms. Harris, the hypocrisy here, I mean, barely warrants a mention. It is self-evident. If these women were back home living under the rule of the regime they say they love, they would not be allowed to post on social media. They would not be allowed to go out in public alone or even take selfies. They would not be allowed to attend college or school. They would be living under Sharia law. It would be a very different situation. Harris?
Jillian Turner, thank you very much. Former Department of Homeland Security advisor and former Secret Service agent Charles Marino is with me now. Charles, a lot of people have been asking, how in the world did they stay here? That nobody ever said anything after, you know, their relative being annihilated in Trump's first term. We know that he was an enemy. The military took him out.
Well, it's the right question to be asking right now, especially since it appears that as a country, we still haven't learned the lessons of September 11th, 2001, where shortly after those attacks, the Saudi government requested that the FBI assist in relocating over 24 members of the bin Laden family. After that attack, we knew he was leading al-Qaeda. We knew he was an adversary of the United States, and yet we had 24 of his family members here in the United States. And this is the same situation. I think the American people would be shocked to learn how many people we have allowed into the country, either through claims of asylum or on student visas or tourist visas, that are associated with adversarial countries, including the leaders of those countries. This needs to stop. We have got to understand that countries like China, for example, who continue to exploit American universities for the theft of intellectual property and destruction of scientific data, etc., continue to flood and exploit the immigration policies of the United States. And I don't think the American people should have to learn another tough lesson through another act of terrorism to understand that our policies are backwards right now. And some of our elected leaders continue to bury their heads in the sand and live in this augmented reality that just doesn't match what's going on the ground.
Look, having worked at DHS as an advisor, I mean, you know the details of what it can cost us, not just with 9/11, but just overall. It sows the seeds with other enemies, like, well, maybe we can go to America after hating them and threatening to kill Americans and become an influencer. A new editorial with this headline, California should thank ICE for arresting Iranian terror generals' high-living relatives. And here's part of that. It is unusual for the families of America's sworn enemies to support the bad guys so openly while enjoying the California sunshine. Soleimani's relatives must have thought they were immune. After all, they lived in a sanctuary state. But as Rubio noted, Secretary of State, a green card is a privilege, not a right. And you cannot support America's enemies and expect to stay in the country. Charles.
Well, and I don't think the administration is holding their breath, waiting for a big thank you from Gavin Newsom, just like they wouldn't get one from Tim Walz or Governor Hochul in New York City. These sanctuary jurisdictions are actually more likely to take the side of those that have been deported, no matter their association or the reason why they were here in the country. So, look, we are one of the most lax countries in the world when it comes to our border and immigration policies. And we saw that to an extreme under the Biden administration. And now the Trump administration has a great deal of catching up to do through Marco Rubio at the State Department in terms of vetting. Vetting that wasn't done.
Charles, I need to pull away. Please forgive me.
Was done.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox 1.
The men broke down the door and they barged in. The man, who's from Zimbabwe, was sleeping here. He got up quickly and managed to get out this way. When he came back hours later, he found his radio had been stolen and most things in the fridge gone. Anti-migrant attacks have occurred sporadically in South Africa since 2008. But since April, the situation has grown worse, with nationwide protests against foreigners. Charles Daniel is from Zimbabwe, and after attackers broke into his home, he said he's worried by the way things are going.
I am very scared. Attackers want to rob people. I have never experienced something like this.
Local government elections are due to be held in November. Officials from the African National Congress Party have accused Jacob Zuma's MK party of stoking the current wave of anti-immigration protests to win votes. Last month, thousands of party supporters marched alongside anti-immigration groups in Durban, demanding undocumented immigrants leave South Africa. The party has denied it's involved, though.
No, it's not MK. It's just a civic movement dealing with its own issues, but which affect South African people, which is why we said we didn't even mobilize. We didn't even mobilize MK party members. We simply said to those who came to us, said, you are South Africans, if you want to go join, but not as MK.
MK party is led by former President Jacob Zuma, and he has a lot of support in Durban and the rest of the KwaZulu-Natal province.
You saw back in 2024 during the elections, his party won the largest number of votes in KwaZulu-Natal, just short of the outright majority needed to govern this province. So he's someone who's hugely popular. It's almost like this is this cult of personality, Jacob Zuma.
But regardless of whether politicians are pushing their supporters to protest against migrants, many foreigners have already left, while others are living in fear. And while rights groups say there's little evidence to support it, South Africans are blaming migrants for a declining standard of living, rising crime, and growing unemployment. Harry Mutas, Al Jazeera, Durban.
Years of war have robbed countless Sudanese children of their education. But in northwestern Libya, refugee teacher Mabrouk Non is fighting back, building a makeshift classroom from branches and wood to keep learning alive for displaced children. School is part of a child's rights. Education is an aspect of children's rights like healthcare. As you can see, the healthcare conditions are extremely difficult. There is no medical care, and there is so much that we don't have. I established this school and created a second-year class for girls and adult women. I built this classroom using tree branches. The classes are filled with eager students of all ages, but without even the most basic supplies, every lesson is a struggle. My children need notebooks, clothing, and food, but I am unable to provide all these things for them. They are always asking me for notebooks or asking me for food. We take up odd jobs. Sometimes we find work and sometimes we do not. We live one day at a time. In all of the families here, none of us have a permanent job.
وان شاء الله يعني كلنا احنا عائلات هنا يعني ما في حد يعني عنده خدمه ثابته.
Now, in its fourth year, Sudan's war has displaced 13 million people, with more than 240,000 seeking refuge in Libya.
Imagine a world where information is power, where news meets insight. This is Eyes on the World, your personal lens. We are watching with you. Stay informed, stay curious, get the world's stories reported to you. Eyes on the World, your perspective.
Well, you know, as we continue with Eyes on the World, we see where the Cubans protest after third nationwide power cut this year. Yes, Cubans are protesting lack of electricity. There has been an island-wide power cut there yesterday. And while public dissent in the communist-run country is often punished with long prison sentences, there have been spontaneous protests in areas worse affected by the outages. You know that President Trump has tightened I'm sorry. Yes, President Trump has tightened the sanction on Cuba. And as a result, oil, the country cannot purchase oil. Venezuela was one of their main sources. That has ended. And no country now is allowed to sell oil to the country. And as a result of that, the people of Cuba are having great difficulties. Great difficulties. Surgeries or hospitals are not working. Cubans are having difficulties getting food, transportation. So as a result of that, you find that collection of garbage is a problem in the country. And as it stands now, the country is facing a crisis. Yes, the Americans or President Trump want the people to protest and remove their governments. That's what the President Trump is working towards. Now, whether I don't know if the Cuban people are going to agree to his request. I don't know. But one thing I know that the situation there as we speak is very worrisome. Yes. We are also watching what is happening between Iran and America. Well, you know, they signed a peace deal recently. The Strait of Hormuz was reopened And therefore we saw a reduction in the price of oil. That reduction has not reached the pumps in Jamaica as yet, but we expect the prices to be decreased as the situation cool down in between America and Iran. Yes. We are also watching what is happening in Africa. Yes. You know that is one continent where so much is happening. We are keeping a focus to see what is happening there. Inside the Caribbean, we are also watching. We know that right now the American troops are still operating within the Caribbean region. Yes, we know that they have killed over 100 persons already on the basis that they were drug traffickers. We have not seen the evidence, but we know that the American troops, the American war vessels are still operating in the Caribbean. And we are keeping our eyes on what is happening. In Venezuela, we know that the president was kidnapped and is now facing trial in America. I can't tell you when is his next court date. I know that he and his wife are facing charges. The Americans say that he was a drug trafficker and he's facing drug trafficking charges in the United States. I don't know what is going to happen. The last thing I know that the Americans were putting pressure. His lawyers, the president's lawyers were not being paid because the Americans had frozen the money that was money to pay them. Well, I don't know what has happened since then. But as you know, the world has changed. Yes, the global place that we know, say 10 years ago, well, up to 5 years ago, is not what exists today. Not at all. President Trump, changed the situation. Right? We don't hear anything, nothing on the news about what is being done to rehabilitate the people of Palestine. You know that Israel has destroyed that country. Homes, hospitals, schools, yes, have been destroyed. Last information I got that children are hardly going to schools. There are some makeshift schools, right? Thousands are living under tents. They are having difficulty accessing food and medical supplies. Israel have prevented aid trucks from going in with those supplies. Israel has prevented hate trucks going in with shelter. Some of those tents that our people are living in are damaged. Yes. Rodents, as in taking over the place. And we have not heard any plan to rehabilitate the homes in Gaza and to make them available for our people to live in. We don't hear that. That is not on the agenda, right? And who is going to pay to rebuild those homes and those facilities in Gaza? Who is going to? Right? We are not hearing anything about the rights of those people. No. Those people continue to live under conditions that are terrible conditions. Finding food, not easy. Drinking water, medical supplies, right? There are people over there now with medical conditions that are not being treated, right? So people are dying for medical treatment. Doctors, we know several doctors have been killed. So there's a shortage of medical facilities and also medical personnel to address the illness facing the people of Gaza. You don't hear any news about these things at all. And it appears as if that, those people don't exist. At Rebel Radio, we try to do what we can to make those people, to remember those people, right? But the world, they signed I call it a fake peace treaty. Yes, because Israel continue to drop bombs. Israel continue to kill people in Gaza, women, children, right? They continue to bomb the place. And you hear very little about these atrocities that are being committed against people. Right around the world, as we speak, the disadvantage, right? People of color, people, the poor and powerless around the world are facing the music right now. Right around the world, poor and the powerless are having difficulty accessing food, water, education for their children, housing. People, poor and the powerless around the world are facing those difficulties. And I can tell you that the world has turned a blind eye on what is happening. It is very, 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 very concerning. And I cannot tell you where and when a solution is going to be found to address. Well, that's it for Eyes on the World this afternoon. Till next week, Wednesday, when we will focus again on what is happening around the world. This is Rebel Radio. Let us take a break.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Tools, hardware, and supplies is turning up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring, and more. At Tools, hardware, and supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware. It's game time! Score big with Home and Things. Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win. Big goals, bigger savings. Only at Home and Things, where everybody is a winner. Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Iron Shore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68 and a half Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory!
No matter where you do, you know say that we can't stop. We stand up and salute now to the yellow, the green, the black. I make them know say that we want this mystic. The world is for your taking, and giving up is the only crime. Now written on the pages of history, this is your moment, this is your time. Yeah. Now we know it's not an easy road. Tree of love, another road down. We gotta carry the load.
Here come the black and the green and the gold. control, control, giving everything we got. Heart.
They keep on putting we to the test bar. Us to fail the big tremendous success.
He's always there for me. So no matter what the circumstances may be, no, God is always there for me. Yeah, through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. So I met this old man. He was so poor, didn't hold no bed, so we slept on the floor. He's always smiling, never heard him complain. He said I've proven God again and again. So no matter what the circumstances may be, God is always there for me. Yeah. Through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. No matter what the circumstances may be, yeah, God is always there for me. Yeah. Through the good times or through the bad, through the happy times or through the sad, God is always there for me. The landlord wears the rent, school fee too, partner drop bombs, and the youth them need you. Friends all ask me what I'm gonna do. I smile and tell them that God will see me through. So no matter what the circumstances may be, yeah, God is always there for me. Yeah, through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. So no matter what the circumstances may be, God is always there for me. Yeah, through the good times or through the bad, through the happy times or through the sad, God is always there for me. I met this old man. He was so poor, he didn't hold no bed, so we slept on the floor. He's always smiling, I never heard him complain. He said I've proven God again and again. So no matter what the circumstances may be, God is always there for me. Yeah. Through the sunshine or through the rain, through the pleasure or through the pain, God is always there for me. No matter what the circumstances may be, no, God is always there for me. Yeah. Through the good times or through the bad, through the happy times. Oh, there's not a broken vessel that God can't mend. The thief was down to his last breath, hanging there and can't wait. When he turned to the master and said, Lord of mercy, hold me, he was just a broken vessel. Then Jesus washed away his sins, 'cause there's not a broken vessel that God can make. Oh, there's not a broken vessel God can chase time and time again, 'cause there's not a broken vessel that God can't make. Lord Almighty, Jesus is the potter, and we are just the clay. And even when the vessel is broken, He won't throw the clay away. Bring Him all of your borders, your troubles and your sin, 'cause there's not a broken vessel Almighty God can make. Yeah. There's not a broken vessel that God can make. Yeah. When the whole world turns its back on you, Jesus will always be your friend. He will pick up all the pieces, time and time again, 'cause there's not a broken vessel that God can't make. Yeah. There's not a broken vessel that God can make. Yeah. When the whole world turns its back on you, Jesus will always be your friend. He will pick up all the pieces, time and time again, 'cause there's not a broken vessel God can make. Where do I go? Tell me now. Leaving below in this old sinful world, only a comfort I can't afford. Striving alone to face temptation, so where do I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Where do I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to save me in the head. Where would I go but to my Lord? Life here is grand with friends I love so deep. Comfort I get from God's own words. Yet when I face the chilling hand of death, where would I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Where do I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to guide me till the head. Where do I go but to my Lord? So but to my Lord. Where do I go? Where do I go? I'm seeking a refuge for my soul. Needed a friend to save me in the end. Where do I go but to my Lord? Nowhere to go. Where do I go? Tell me where do I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needed a friend to guide me in the head. Where do I go but to my Lord? Where do I go? Oh, where do I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. Needing a friend to save me in the air. Where do I go but to my Lord? Let me pray right now. Where do I go but to my Lord? Hear me pray. Where do I go but to my Lord? Where do I go but to my Lord? I know where, no, but to my Lord. Where do I go but to my Lord? Lord Almighty, there is no power on earth to separate me from your love, my Jesus. Nothing will be able to turn me away from your. I love you, Father. Anyhow, the afflictions of the righteous, the hearts of men getting more and more vicious. Brutality is on the increase. Tell me, when the love of God sees no power on earth to separate me from your love, my Jesus, nothing will be able to turn me away from you. I love you, Father. This level of crime, only love can eradicate. We must demand justice from the church and the state, and confess to God and He will give us so much better days when we show love to each and every brother. Love will return to protect mother, daughter, sister. Let's hope in our heart to those who are in need, who never receive love. Come, let's sow some seed. No to separate me from your love, my Jesus. Nothing will be able to turn me away from you. I love you, Heavenly Father. No power on earth to separate me from your. I love you, my Jesus. Nothing will be able to away from yours. No, 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 no power on earth to separate me from yours. No power, no, oh no, nothing will be able to turn me away from you. No, no power. Can't even walk without you holding my hand. I thought number one would surely be me. I thought I could be what I wanted to be. I thought of myself as a mighty big man, but I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Thank you, Jesus. Can't even walk without you holding my hand. The mountains too high and the valleys too wide. On my knees, I've learned to stay, that I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Help me, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thank God I made Jesus my one and all. From now on this day, I'm surely gonna call. And if I don't trust it, I'd be less than a man. 'Cause I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Oh Lord, can't even walk without you holding my hand. The mountain's too high and the valley is too wide. Down on my knees, I've learned to stay. Can't even walk without you holding my hand. Thank you, Jesus, for all you have done for me right now. You've been so good to me. Number one would surely be me. I thought I could be what I wanted to be. I thought of myself as a mighty big man, but I can't even walk without you holding my hand. Like me, Father, can't even walk without you holding my hand. The mountain is too high and the valley is too wide. Down on my knees, I've learned to stay. Can't even walk without you holding my hand. Lord have mercy, can't even walk without you holding my hand. The mountains too high and the valley is too wide. Down on my knees, I've learned to stay. Can't even walk without you holding my hand.
See, right now, I just got me a deal there. So what I want, my friend George Looks?
Why, Richard Steven, when I stay, I give the Almighty praises.
And the best thing that, 'cause when I remember just where I am coming from
to where I'm standing now,
I fell to my knees in praise of your name.
thanking you, Lord, every step of the way.
Oh,
for me. You bless my life in so many ways. Oh, I will never ever leave you out. I won't be ungrateful to you, my Lord. I know that this world is all in your hands. We are your children, and so we give you praise. Oh, Father.
It's the Everybody Sale at New Budget Supplies. Do-it-yourself professionals and contractors. This is the sale for you. Lumber, steel, dress and form ply, water tanks, pumps, PVC pipes and fittings, toilets, bathtubs, vanities and basins, windows, paint, doors, floor and wall tiles, thin sets and grout. Up to 20% off selected items. 195 Hagleyburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Questions for
Tools, Hardware and Supplies is holding up the heat this summer with their super saving summer sale. Prices are slashed on everything you need to fix up your home. Beautiful tiles, sleek doors, top quality windows, modern sanitary ware, exclusive flooring and more. At Tools, Hardware and Supplies, we have you covered for the summer.
So come visit us at 279 Spanish Town Road, 4 South Camp Road, 8 Red Hills Road,
or online at toolsja.com.
Tools!
The Lion King of Hardware.
It's game time! Score big with Home and Things. Bring home the championship deals on tiles, bathroom fixtures and vanities, faucets, windows, doors, and so much more, priced for you to win. Big goals, bigger savings. Only at Home and Things, where everybody is a winner. Visit us at 1215 Providence Way, Iron Shore, Montego Bay, 17 Old Hope Road, or 68.5 Constant Spring Road, and get your home ready for victory!
Well, that's the end of today's show. I want to thank all my listeners and viewers. Yes, thanks to my technical operator, Bishop, today, not Kevin. And as per usual, I am appealing to all road users, pedestrians, riders, drivers. Take it easy on our roads. We have lost so many already. Let us be more careful. And remember, you have to take care of yourself. Remember that life is precious. So until Friday, this is Rebel Radio, and I am Desmond Richards.